This instructional video will help you learn and master each movement before advancing to the follow-along version. Pause and rewind often, and move on only when you feel confident. Hi, welcome to week 2 of Primal 7's neck and upper back series. I'm Jenna Ellis, physical therapist for Primal 7. As a reminder, the purpose of this series is to improve flexibility that's limiting the neck and upper back, re-educate muscles surrounding the neck to work properly, and finally, putting these together to work on achieving full range of motion of the neck and upper back with proper movement mechanics. In this video, we will use 6 exercises to build strength of our posture muscles. Our training format is changing from timed holds to repetitions, and our focus is on moving between start and end positions and holding them with good alignment. Our band will be set at mid-shin, the rings will be locked, and the safety covers for the release levers will be pulled all the way up. The purpose of preparation is first to take a quick alignment check and to practice stacking all the joints of the body in good alignment for efficient movement. Second, to increase range of motion in all the areas that we train. And finally, to increase circulation so that our body is warm and ready to move. In this sequence, we will use the Tspine Twist to open up our chest and align the thoracic spine. We will start with the Tspine Twist. The band will be placed underneath your shoulders. We will do 5 reps on each side. To get set up for your Tspine Twist, you'll place the band underneath your shoulders and come into your Primal lean with your feet about a hip's width apart. From here, rest your hands gently on green and squeeze your butt, making sure you're in that nice diagonal line. From here, you'll gently sweep your right arm out to the side, squeezing your shoulder blades down and back. Stop when you feel a gentle stretch in the front part of your chest. You'll then bring the arm back to green and repeat this 5 times on the right. After you've done 5 reps on the right, you'll switch and do 5 reps on the left. So a couple of things to look out for while you're doing this. Make sure you're not grasping green too tight, and also that your feet and your hips are pointed forward. We don't want you twisting as you're going through your Tspine Twist. The last thing to look out for is that your butt isn't sagging. We want you to make sure your butt is squeezed nice and tight and you're in your diagonal line. After you've completed 5 reps on either side, you'll stand back up, come back out from underneath the band and grab the rings. From here, you'll walk the rings out and then come into your Primal lean. You're now set up to start your rows. In the first video, we practiced holding perfect posture in one position of our exercise. In this week's training video, we will continue to practice maintaining that perfect alignment while moving from start and end positions of our exercise. Our goal is to see how our body behaves and feels with movement. In this sequence, we will use T's to strengthen our posture muscles and aid in the support of our neck. And second, a low row to further strengthen our posture muscles. Remember, before each exercise, to tuck your chin to start getting yourself into good alignment. We will first start with T's for 5 reps. To get set up for your T's, place the band directly underneath the base of your chest and come into your Primal lean with your feet about a hip's width apart. Squeeze your abs and your butt in nice and tight. From here, tuck your chin and place your arms out in front of you. Gently squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, and then float your arms out to shoulder height. Pause for a second, and then return to start. We'll repeat this for 5 reps. Make sure that you're squeezing your shoulder blades gently down and back, and that your shoulders aren't shrugging up towards your ears. Also, make sure that your butt isn't sticking back towards the back of the wall, causing you to forward fold a little bit in the band and come out of your nice alignment. This week, if you'd like to add a very light soup can, 8 to 16 ounces, or a light 1 to 2 pound weight, you may. Just make sure that you're not straining your shoulder muscles and your neck muscles too much. We want to make sure that we're working properly. After you're done with your 5 reps, you'll come out of the band and grab the rings with both hands. Face the Primal 7 unit and then walk the rings all the way out until they're straight and come into your Primal 7 lean. You'll then be set up for your rows for 5 reps. To get set up for your rows, you'll grab both rings with your hands. Walk them out and come into your Primal lean with your feet about a hip's width apart. From here, you'll pull your hands towards your chest. Breathe out as you pull. Breathe in as you lower back down to start. We'll repeat this for 5 reps. A few things to look out for as you're doing your rows. Make sure you're staying in good alignment and you keep your butt squeezed. We don't want you sagging like this. Also, when you're in your extended position, make sure that you're not rounding your upper back. This will put excess strain on your shoulders. We want to make sure that your spine is staying nice and flat. Also, make sure that you're tucking your chin. We don't want your spine coming forward. After you're done with your 5 reps, you'll either go back for round 2 of training, in which you'll come into the band and place the band either at your hips for less support or under your chest for more support for your T's. Or you'll move on to round 1 of restoration. Choose one ring and grab it with your hand. Bring that arm out all the way straight and you'll be set up for your chest stretch. The purpose of restoration is first to cool down and to give the muscles we worked a chance to relax. Second, to improve flexibility and to carry over this newfound mobility into our daily tasks. In this sequence, we will be using the chest stretch to open up our pectoral muscles for improved upright posture. Second, the forward fold in the band to stretch out and lengthen our spinal muscles and to provide a gentle stretch on our neck. And finally, neck traction in the band to provide a gentle stretch on our neck while promoting relaxation and good spinal alignment. We'll first start with the chest stretch on each arm for 15 seconds. To get set up for your chest stretch, grab one ring and then walk out with your shoulder out to the side. From here, gently turn your hips and your shoulders away from your left hand. Make sure that you're not twisting your neck. Everything is moving as one unit. You'll hold this for 15 seconds and then switch to the right side. When you're doing this, you should feel a nice stretch across the front part of your chest. It shouldn't feel like things are ripping apart, but it should feel like a gentle stretch. If it's too much, back off just a little bit. Also, if it's really difficult to raise your shoulder all the way up to shoulder height, you can have it down at about a 45-degree angle as well if you'd like to start there. Again, same thing, make sure you're turning your body away from the hand as one unit and you're not twisting your lower back or your neck. After you're done with 15 seconds on either side, you'll place the ring down and come into the band facing away from the Primal 7 unit. You'll put the band around the base of your hips and then walk all the way out until the straps are taut. Come into your Primal 7 lean and you'll be set up for your forward fold stretch. To get set up for the forward fold in the band, you'll place the band around your hips facing away from the anchors and walk out until the band is taut. Then, keeping your chin tucked, you walk your hands down your thighs and fold your upper body over your lower body. Cross your hands and your arms across each other and gently let your head rest. You'll feel a gentle pull in the back part of your neck, and you'll also feel it in your butt, lower back, and hamstrings. While you're doing this, if the band is too uncomfortable around your hips, you can always stand back up and wrap a hand towel around it for a little extra padding on your hips. When you're doing this stretch, make sure that you're gently keeping your chin tucked. We don't want to strain our neck. When you're coming out of the forward fold, it's also helpful to walk your hands up your legs, come up one vertebrae at a time so we're maintaining good spinal alignment. We don't want to strain our neck after just the relaxing stretch we had. After you're done with this forward fold for 15 seconds, you'll come out of the band and lay flat on the floor with your feet facing away from the anchors. You'll then place the band just underneath the base of your skull, and you'll be set up for neck traction. If you feel like the band is a little bit too high and it's raising your head too far up off the ground, you can also adjust the band up and down a little bit so that it feels a little bit more in a good alignment. To get set up for neck traction, you'll lay flat on the floor with your feet facing away from the anchors, and you'll place your head in the band with the band just below your skull. When you're doing this, if it feels like there's too much pull on your neck or your chin is too far into your chest, you can either scoot towards the door to slacken the band a little bit, or you might have to stand up and adjust the band so that it's down a little bit lower from the floor, maybe about an inch or two off the floor. If you feel like it's too loose, you can always scoot your body away from the door, putting a little bit more of a pull on your neck. Make sure that you're relaxing. For the first time, we aren't moving, and we just want to make sure that we're relaxing and taking a nice deep breath as we hold this for 30 seconds. After you're done with your 30 seconds, you can roll onto your side, gently tuck your chin, and then slowly come up to a seated position. You'll either go back for round 2 of restoration, in which you'll stand up, grab the ring, and walk your arm out straight, and you'll be set up for the chest stretch. Or if that was the end of your second round of restoration, take a deep breath and your work is done for the day. Make sure throughout the day that you're keeping your chin tucked and you're lessening the strain on your neck. Make sure you keep your shoulders down and back to keep your spine in better alignment and to put a little less strain on your neck. With the restoration complete, take this awareness of balance and posture into every movement throughout your day. This week, when you go to lift a bag of groceries from the floor, think about keeping your chin tucked and your shoulder blades squeezed down and back. If you lose that chin tuck, it will cause your neck to extend too far back, pulling you out of the good alignment that you worked so hard on today. Our emphasis today on perfect alignment while moving is training for our neck, our shoulders, and our brain to remember how to properly coordinate together, to remember our good posture, and to be able to quickly adjust if we find ourselves in a bad alignment. In the next part of this series, we will continue to focus on using the skills we learned in today's session, but we'll move on to challenge our body with endurance. Remember, you can return to any part of this series at any time you need. The focal points continue to matter regardless of what modes of exercise you're using, whether it be in the Primal 7 unit or anywhere else. Great job today, and I'll see you next week.